Well, welcome everybody. I am Mary and welcome to my springtime tag. And I was tagged by Yolanda, and she has a cute little YouTube channel called A Vintage Kitten. And she tagged me for the springtime tag. It's the first time I've ever done, so I was pretty excited to do it. So it's a list of questions, and it kind of helps you get to know what things I like better, or it'll get to know me a little bit better. So let's get to it with the questions. So spring means glowing skin. What do you do for healthy glowing skin? Well, in the springtime, I think here in the Midwest, you kind of let things roll over the winter time, and when spring comes and the weather's getting nice, which it did earlier this year, you want to start getting all that dead, dry winter sloughed off skin. So this time of year, I do a lot more scrubs and exfoliants and stuff like that, and I belong to a little group called Petite Four, and they send you a nice array of springtime scrubs and masks and stuff to help kind of revitalize your skin, get rid of all that old winter stuff. So it's really nice. I've been using a myriad of different cruelty-free scrubs and enzymatic washes and stuff just to lighten up your skin. So for me, I would say it's all about exfoliating and getting that new rejuvenated skin that's been hiding over winter. The next question: what is the first beauty thing that you think of when the weather warms up? And for me, just like my clothing, I guess, I change out my makeup wardrobe also. That I like to go with, kind of like I have on today with my eyeshadow. I go for more lighter colors like light lavenders and pinks, and I kind of really brighten up kind of the spring colors you think of with spring flowers and stuff. And I might use a little bit more, like I might use a color similar to that, kind of a lighter aqua green color, and kind of get away from the burgundies and forests and darker browns and stuff. Kind of just brighten up your whole face with lighter makeup. And I also change out my blush colors, so I kind of go for the more pinky tones than more the darker tones, kind of brighten up your face. What is your favorite part of spring? Everything. I love spring. I'm so glad to see winter gone. The warm up, of course, of anybody that lives in the Midwest, it's like a bitter cold. Winter, you're always happy for the warm up, and I love the signs of spring. The birds, and seeing a little bit green. It's not all white and brown and dank and stuff like that. So pretty much everything, all the robins is kind of the first little thing that you see. Do you do your hair differently in the spring? Yep. I am a big kind of a headband girl in the summer and spring. Just kind of like want it off because it kind of gets warm and humid. So I'll kind of do my little vintagey do's and stuff, but I'm more apt to wear little headbands or head wraps and stuff, and pull my hair back off my face more so in the summer than I would in the winter. What clothing items are you most excited about wearing? I've got it on right now. Shorter sleeves. I usually will have like a little cardigan on if I have a little short sleeve shirt on, but it's nice just to wear the lighter colors and the pinks and the lighter weight fabrics, and you don't have to worry about warmth. And so that's kind of where I roll, is I switch my wardrobe out, get the new season in, and get the lighter colors, the lighter fabrics. It's nice not to have to wear tights. What is your favorite springtime smell or fragrance? Well, I don't know if you can get any more. I've been kind of holding on to this, but it's Lily of the Valley, and it's by Crabtree and Evelyn, sorry. And it smells just like Lilies of the Valley, and I keep this for my springtime only into early summer. Smells only. I will keep this just for those seasons, so I'll start using it kind of in April, May, and June, and then I transition to other smells. But this is one thing I take out. It's a special treat just for springtime, is my Lily of the Valley smell. I just love it. And for my lipstick colors for spring, we're on to number 7. I swap out and I get away from the burgundy colors, the burgundies and the reds and the darker colors, and I kind of brighten it up with more pinks. And more pinks or more things that have a little bit of, like this one, I love this one, little lavender tone to it. And I also swap out my lipsticks, and I'll switch to wearing a little more light lip glosses. and kind of in the pink tones too. I kind of stay away from the darker colors and spring it all up. I just like that. It's the time of the year to wear your pinks and your lavenders and those types of hues. So I get those out for, and I swap those out. I mean, that's one thing about the seasons when you live in a seasonal type land, is you kind of find that you swap out your clothing items, your makeup items, depending on what season it is. And my favorite springtime nail color, pinks. Of course, I love pink nail colors because it's the time of year that you can wear them. You know, you could wear them, I suppose, in the winter, but it doesn't feel seasonal, and so I kind of swap out and I'll start wearing some nice pink colors, some nice springy pastel colors, maybe even swap it up with some something different and some blues and maybe even some lighter greens and stuff just for fun. Number 9, what is spring like where you live? Well, just like I said, we live in Wisconsin, so we have all of the seasons, and spring can be a myriad of different, you never know what, it's a mixed lot here in Wisconsin. Sometimes we might have snow and bad weather until the beginning of May. Sometimes. Or this year was exceptionally nice where we got some super great 40s and 50s, and I think we hit 70 one day in March. We might have that and might be gorgeous and springy and you can wear shorts, and then next week we might have a dumping of 10 inches of snow and then back to the nice weather. But usually it's not until mid-April where we start seeing our springtime weather. March usually is pretty cold and snowy except for this year. So we are very blessed to have a beautiful spring and a long spring, and the snow that we did get dumped upon, I think it was 8 to 10 inches we got where I live, was gone within like 3 days, and then the warming came up again, so that was lovely. Oh, I just love it. I love the changing of the seasons. It'd be nice to live somewhere where it's the same temperature, that range all the time, but you kind of appreciate the seasons a little more when you have a mix of it all. And what is your favorite springtime food and drinks? My favorite spring, I guess you're just looking for stuff out of the garden. The first thing that you get out of the garden this time of year, and it's not really a spring growing thing, it's something that's been sitting in the earth all winter, but everybody will harvest their parsnips, which is a root plant. It looks kind of like a white carrot, and you leave it in, and when the frost comes out of the ground you can pull them up, and it's like it's a root vegetable, and it's very sweet. It has a very distinct taste, and what you do is you just julienne it up and you fry it in some butter, and it's delicious. And also, if you're lucky enough to know somebody, they call it morel hunting, and morels are wild mushrooms in our area. If you get lucky enough to have somebody that gets them, because they're hard to find and you got to know where to find them. Morel mushrooms is kind of a nice springtime thing. And then I guess we kind of lighten up, kind of switch over to my lemonade drinks more and that type of stuff. So I guess it's stuff out of the garden, stuff that nature is giving us, and I kind of more in the lemonade realm rather than something hot and mulled over the winter. It's more of a light springy thing. So I like to thank Yolanda for tagging me. It was very fun to do this and share it with everybody. And I'm going to tag, she is the cutest little bug of a girl, and she lives in the UK. And I can't remember how I came upon her YouTube channel, and she's been doing it for about 6 months, and I think she has a blog spot too and all that good stuff. But her name's Leah, and I'm going to try to say her, it's either her middle or last name. It's Marlayna, Marlayna. I'm very sorry if I did not say that correctly, but she has a cute little YouTube channel, so I'm going to tag her to do the springtime tag, spring somebody across the ocean from us here in the United States, and I'll let her know that she's going to do it, otherwise she might not see it. So thanks so much for joining me for my springtime tag. It was very fun. Hope you got to know a little bit more about me, and if you want just to join on in, kind of list below here in my comment section what are some of your favorite springtime things where you are. When does your spring hit and what makes you think of spring? So take care everybody, and thanks for joining me. Bye everybody.